Peter, great to see you.
Good to see you, Steve.
You look younger. What the heck? How do you do that?
Must be the altitude up here at Snowbird.
I'm coming to the altitude, man.
Yeah,
That is great. I haven't seen you in person since 2019.
I know, I
Uh,
know. It's been a long
COVID
time.
is taking a beating. It's where, it's so terrible out there in the world, but it's also just keeping us apart, which I hate. So, hey, we're going to talk about the roots of the Wasatch Adaptive Sports and how, I think it's 20, 86, 96, 130, I don't know, 35 years ago. I don't even
Yeah,
want to,
yeah.
I don't want to think about it. But uh, I feel like I've always known Wasatch Adaptive Sports, but I never really heard the story from you on how did you get it up and running back in 1977?
Okay, I started when I went to Utah State. I was in social work sociology, and I was teaching ski at Beaver Mountain, and I was working with children that had lived in Logan in the valley, had never been up in the mountains before. So I asked the owners of Beaver if I could bring these kids up. We brought about 25 kids up from Project Head Start, and we put baggies on their feet, and we took them up the top of the chairlift, and they all ran down. That was the first time they'd ever been in the mountains before.
Mm.
And so when Junior Banus, the director of the Snowboard Ski School, asked me what direction I wanted to go, I said, God, I'd love to I'd love to teach kids with disabilities how to ski, because there's not an opportunity for them anywhere that I'm really aware of. And I know there's really very small programs throughout the United States in skiing, but I'd really like to start one here. And Junior said, okay. And that's how it's really kicked off from that point. So
I love that.
it's been a great experience, and I'm still here and I really love it.
So I've experienced almost all of it. I remember in 1986, we were doing my Uncle Bob Steed.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I can't remember why Bob knew about you. One of his clients must have been
Is
one of the early.
Terry and Ed Heinrich were his clients.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Terry we've been together all that time. And so they told him about this benefit.
Yeah.
And he asked me, would you come and help them raise money for this Wasatch Adaptive Sports? And we used to call it the Snowboard Disabled Skier Program, I think,
Right.
back then.
Right. Yeah.
But and I remember, so the event, and I go, okay, great. I can't wait to go up to Snowbird. And the event was actually down at Studebaker's.
You're right. Oh, yes. Oh,
Off
God.
of Third South. It was like a disco.
So, and I don't know if you remember when we did it down there, that you and Dick Bass bought everything at the silent auction.
Right. So I think that's when I told my Uncle Bob afterwards. He goes, how'd it go? He goes, hey, Bob, we've got to get involved here because Peter needs help fundraising.
Yeah.
He's an amazing director, but we got to get him more money. And
Yeah.
I think
It's rough.
I think it became the Steve Young Ski Classic soon after that, and we started doing it up at the Snowbird, and it was always, it was never. We just pecked away at it, don't you think, over the years, and then over the last 10 years, it feels like it's really just.
It's really exploded over the last 10 years with all your friends and HGDC, and then all of, Bob Bonar and Dave Fields and Snowbird, all the purveyors at Snowbird, everybody just jumped on board, and it's just it was a great feeling.
Yeah, I remember Stephanie Wanneker joined the board, and she's Mrs. Organization, and so it brought a lot of Scott Beck and a lot of interesting people from down the valley that really had a lot of passion for this. Really appreciate the spirit that you brought it all these years. You're a great friend, and I've learned a lot from you just watching. And I'm just, between Dick and Bob Bonar and Dave Field, look, Snowbird's been a great partner, and we're all in this together, and I'm just grateful to be associated with you. And I can't wait for COVID to end so we can get back together.
Yeah, that'd be great. Now, I remember, in the 80s when you pulled me aside and sat me down and said, now, Peter, what do you want? What do you want out of the program? What's your vision? And I remember exactly what I told you. It was like, I want to get people involved that would never have the opportunity to participate in any adaptive sports. People that, from a very low income, low socioeconomic status. And you said, let's do it. And I said, I don't want them to pay for anything. And you said, okay, let's just do it. That's our focus. We're going to do it. And we've been doing it ever since. And it's been like
Let's
I
do
might.
it.
Yeah, 1988, and it's been great. So,
Well,
yeah.
I'd follow you anywhere, Peter.
Oh,
Great association. I hope we can see each other soon.
thanks, Steve. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all your help.
You bet.